You open your eyes one morning and everything feels fine. Normal even. You're tired, but hey, who isn't? You're thirsty, but it's been a hot week. Your vision's a little blurry, but you probably just need new glasses. Congratulations. You have type 2 diabetes. You just don't know it yet. Let's rewind. Years before your diagnosis, maybe decades, something started going wrong in your body. Quietly, invisibly. Every time you eat, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that acts like a key, unlocking your cells so glucose can enter and give you energy. It's a perfect system. It's been running since you were born. But here's the problem. You've been eating a high-sugar, high-carb diet for years. Your cells have been flooded with insulin so many times that they've started ignoring it. They've changed the locks. Your pancreas sends the key. Your cells don't answer the door. This is called insulin resistance. And right now, your body is compensating. Your pancreas is working overtime, pumping out more and more insulin just to keep your blood sugar normal. You feel nothing. Your doctor runs a basic blood panel and sees nothing unusual. You are stage 0. The damage is happening, the clock is ticking, and you are completely unaware. Your A1C sits at a comfortable 5.3%, normal range, no flags, no warnings, enjoy it. It won't last. A few years pass. Your weight has crept up. You're tired after meals, not sleepy tired, but heavy tired, like your body is working too hard to process what you just ate. You chalk it up to getting older. At your annual checkup, your doctor runs a fasting glucose test. The result comes back at 108 mg/dl. Normal is under 100. Diabetes is 126 and above. You're in the middle, a zone called prediabetes. Your A1C is now 5.9%. Still technically normal, but the trend line is pointed in the wrong direction. Your doctor says, well, let's keep an eye on this. Whoa, no medication, no referral, just a vague suggestion to eat better and exercise more. Here's the brutal truth they didn't tell you. 88 million Americans are in this exact stage right now, and 84% of them don't know it. The window to reverse this completely is still open. A change in diet, some walking, losing 7% of your body weight. Studies show this reduces progression to full diabetes by 58%. But most people don't change at this stage because nothing hurts, nothing is dramatic. Life goes on. Your body quietly keeps score. It could be a routine checkup. It could be because you went in for something else. Fatigue, a slow healing cut on your foot, a urinary tract infection that keeps coming back. However it happens, the result is the same. Your fasting blood glucose, 142 mg/dl. Your A1C, 7.2%. The doctor sits down and says, you have type 2 diabetes. Your blood is thick with glucose. Your kidneys try to flush it out, which is why you're urinating constantly and always thirsty. Your cells are starving for energy despite being surrounded by glucose, because without insulin working properly, they can't absorb it. Your body starts burning fat and muscle for fuel instead. Your doctor prescribes metformin, the first-line medication for type 2 diabetes. It's been around since the 1950s. It's cheap. It works. At A1C 7.2%, you are early. The complications people fear from diabetes, blindness, amputations, kidney failure, those come from years of uncontrolled blood sugar. You caught this before that happened. Many people don't. You've made some changes. You're checking your blood sugar in the morning. You've cut out soda. You walk a few times a week. Your A1C has dropped to 6.8%. Your doctor is pleased. But management is harder than it sounds. Diabetes doesn't take days off. Every meal is a calculation. You've learned that white rice spikes your blood sugar as fast as pure sugar. That stress raises your glucose levels. That a bad night of sleep can throw off your numbers for 2 days. You've also discovered that AI tools are starting to play a major role here. Continuous glucose monitors now sync with apps that use machine learning to predict your glucose trends up to 30 minutes in advance. AI-powered nutrition apps can estimate the glycemic impact of a meal from a photo. This is the new face of diabetes management, and it's changing fast. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is control. 5 to 10 years in, your A1C has been hovering around 7.5 to 8.5%. Not terrible, but not tight controlled either. And now, quietly, the damage is starting to show. Your eyes, early signs of diabetic retinopathy. Damage to the tiny blood vessels in your retina. High blood sugar weakens these vessels over time. It's the leading cause of blindness in working-age adults. Right now it's mild, it's being monitored, but it's there. Your feet, tingling, sometimes numbness. This is peripheral neuropathy. nerve damage caused by years of elevated glucose slowly destroying the protective sheath around your nerves. In severe cases, people can't feel injuries on their feet, which is why diabetic foot ulcers can go unnoticed and become life-threatening. Your kidneys. Your last blood work showed your eGFR has dipped slightly. Early diabetic nephropathy. 40% of people with diabetes will develop some degree of kidney disease. None of this is inevitable yet, but all of it is a message. Tighten the control, or this gets worse. Not everyone reaches this stage, but for those who do, often due to limited healthcare access, lack of early diagnosis, or decades of uncontrolled blood sugar, this is where type 2 diabetes becomes life-altering. Your A1C has been consistently above 9% for years. You're now on insulin injections. The retinopathy has progressed. You've had laser treatments. Your vision is permanently affected in one eye. The neuropathy has spread. You've lost significant sensation in both feet. Last year, a blister on your heel became an ulcer that took 4 months to heal. Your kidneys are now at stage 3 chronic kidney disease. You've also had a cardiac event, a mild heart attack at 61. People with type 2 diabetes are 2 to 4 times more likely to develop heart disease. The same metabolic dysfunction that drives diabetes also drives the buildup of plaques in your arteries. But even here, at stage 5, people fight back. They regain control. They extend their quality of life. The story isn't over. Here's what makes today different from every prior generation of diabetics. Artificial intelligence is fundamentally changing how this disease is detected, managed, and potentially reversed. Early detection. AI models trained on health records can now predict type 2 diabetes up to 5 years before diagnosis with over 70% accuracy, based on patterns in routine blood work that human doctors would never flag. Continuous monitoring. AI-powered glucose monitors learn your personal patterns and warn you before spikes happen. They talk to your insulin pump and adjust doses automatically. This is called a closed-loop system, the closest thing to an artificial pancreas that currently exists. Drug discovery. AI is accelerating the development of new diabetes medications by simulating how drug molecules interact with biological targets, cutting research timelines from decades to years. Reversal. Yes, reversal. For many people in early stages, type 2 diabetes can be put into remission through aggressive dietary intervention, weight loss, or bariatric surgery. AI coaching apps are now personalizing these interventions with a level of precision that was impossible before. So here's where we leave you. You opened your eyes one morning and everything felt fine, tired, thirsty, a little blurry. But now you know. You know what's happening in your cells. You know what the stages look like. You know where the off-ramps are and how easy it is to miss them. Type 2 diabetes affects 537 million people worldwide. By 2045, that number is projected to hit 783 million. It is the defining metabolic epidemic of our time, and most of it is preventable. If you found this video useful, subscribe, because we cover exactly this intersection of AI and health. What the science actually says, what the technology is actually doing, and what it actually means for your body. See you in the next one.